What is one word that describes you at age 16?
Apple bottomless. Hi everybody, I am Byshe. I am 27 years old and I'm the brand manager at Mielle Organics. One piece of advice that I would give my 16-year-old self is to not put so much pressure on my physical appearance to define who I was as a person. I relied extremely heavily on that, and I thought that it was literally the end-all, be-all of who Christian was. So I would definitely, if I could speak to my 16-year-old self, I would just tell her to relax and to let myself blossom into who I was going to become. So I think I definitely feel like I grew up in the thick of the thick culture, or when, you know, hip-hop videos, everything was about having this plickety-plow Coke bottle shape, and that did not happen for me. I remember every year I would come back from summer break and all of my friends would have their little bras on, and I was like, I'm still wearing t-shirts. I didn't need bras, so I kept wondering, like, okay, so maybe next summer is gonna be the summer where I blossom and my body's gonna change and look like all of my friends, and that really never happened. I'm 27 and that blossom did not happen. So just, you know, battling that and just figuring out, you know, not waiting so many years waiting for my body to change. I could have spent that time developing what my personality truly was gonna be and just learning who Christian was instead of waiting for this thing to happen that was gonna define me, because that wasn't the definition of who I am to this day. So I had nobody around me. For one, nobody probably even knew I was struggling with body issues or body image issues. So there was nobody to even tell me that, hey, you're not the sum of your body parts. You know, not having breasts and not having hips and thighs and a nice shape behind, that wasn't who I was. So there was nobody to even tell me that. And I kept it to myself, and I kind of hurt in silence. Also because I didn't know that my struggle was validated. I had nobody to tell me that, hey, your body issues, that's a real issue and it's not something small. So I just thought, you know, hey, let me just push this down because there are people dealing with bigger things than this, and me being skinny and being made fun of for it, it couldn't possibly be that serious. But it was that serious for me, and it caused me, I was hurt a lot because of the jokes and different things that I was subjected to at school. So it definitely was a real issue, and I wish I would have reached out to somebody, because they definitely maybe could have gave me that feedback that I needed to hear at that time, or that encouragement. My piece of advice to a 16-year-old who's dealing with body issues or being skinny shamed, I would tell her to align herself with positive images around her that will reinforce that her beauty does not need to be validated by her body parts. So I would definitely tell her to surround herself with people who will keep her encouraged, and even just find like different celebrities or just different icons or people who share, you know, her same look, so that she can constantly remind herself and have positive imagery around her, letting her know that you are beautiful. The boundaries that everybody places around beauty don't exist for you, and your beauty does not need to be restricted into this box of what mainstream culture says is acceptable or beautiful. So truth is, when I finally realized that I wasn't the sum of my body parts, I put a lot of energy into finding out who I truly was. So going through that, allowing myself to be stuck in that phase for literally probably about 10 years, I spent so much time focusing on that. I didn't spend any time focusing on what my real gifts were or who Christian really was. And when I finally set the whole me being skinny thing aside and hung up my hopes of having big boobs, I finally got focused on the real work of being Christian and developing my creativity and finding out what my lane was. So to be honest, all of the other things were a distraction, and they were keeping me from my gift and my purpose in life. So truth is, when you really set those insecurities aside, you'll be able to become the person that you truly are and not be hung up on what society says you should be.
Hey there, my name is Shannon Cherie Terry. I'm the CEO and founder of Fearfully Fierce. Thank you so much for taking time out to watch this episode of Sweet 16. If you enjoyed it, feel free to share it with other young ladies that might be inspired and encouraged just as you were. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram. Also, you can go to www.fearfullyfierce.com and sign up for our mailing list. If you love our mission and you want to donate to help us continue to push this cause, log on to fearfullyfierce.com and click on the donate tab. Every donation, no matter how big or small, goes back towards our programming for 2018 so that young ladies can participate for free. We appreciate you watching this video, and until next week, be fierce.